the big plane. We met him at the airport. Karen did an incredible job of putting together like a welcome basket for Bill Byrne, the AD, and she didn't know at the time, but it worked out, but he loved to cook. She had a cookbook in there. I thought the interview went really well. Karen didn't stay for the interview. I can remember when I got back 2 hours later, and Karen asked me how it went. And I just said, well, it couldn't have gone any better, but I don't think I'm going to get the job. They've interviewed so many good coaches across the United States, and I'm the last one. I think they're a little worn out with it. And, you know, she hesitated for a second, and she said, I think you're going to get the job. And she had really never said anything to me like that before, and I kind of took me aback a little bit, and I thought about it. Well, sure enough, the next morning, I got the job, and here we go again. We loaded the whole family up on Nebraska's plane. A few days later, you know, we land at the airport in Lincoln, and Bill Byrne, the AD, is waiting for us. And we come in, and I'll never forget, they had they had an armful of gifts, jackets, since it was very cold, stuff for the kids. And I remember Holland, who was 4 years old, you know, came up to Bill Byrne and tugged on his pant leg and made the comment. She said, we're moving to Alaska. And he busted up laughing, and I remember he said, honey, you're going to think it's Alaska. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what have I done? And, you know, it continued on, the same story. We all go back. I pack up some things. I head to Lincoln, Nebraska. Karen stays back, and she does it again. She sells our house. She packs up. She even sold a car that was mine, because now I didn't need a car because Nebraska was going to provide it. She did the same thing at Texarkana. She packed it up. She did the same thing just about every time we moved. And, you know, I just really, really appreciate that. And then obviously, you know, 5 years at Nebraska, I finally got the call from Norm DeBryan that he was thinking about retiring. And, you know, we had it going pretty good. We were winning. It was going to make it a little bit more difficult to leave. We liked Nebraska. We liked Lincoln. Karen, you know, drew up a beautiful house for us. We had it built. We were in it. It was getting harder to leave, and she didn't bat an eye. And I can remember, you know, dealing with Holland, my 7-year-old at the time. I started taking walks with her in late spring and kind of started talking about moving, because now we're in a little period where moving maybe wasn't real fun. You know, she had her friends, she had dance class, she could go on and on. So I would say things like, what would you think about moving to Nebraska, or moving from Nebraska to Arkansas? And she'd be like, no, I don't want to move. And so then I would walk a little farther and talk a little bit more. And finally I had to pull out the bribe card and say, well, what about if I build you a pool? We'll have a pool in the backyard. And she was a little more up for that. But, you know, and here we go again. I moved to Arkansas, and Karen stays back, takes care of everything. And eventually they moved to Fayetteville, and, you know, we're in a rental house, and we're trying to figure it out. And it was just, it's just been amazing just to watch the whole process. And again, I look back to the whole beginning of dating. I look back at her marrying me when she knew I didn't have a job or any money, and I just appreciate her probably more than anything. Just trusting me and knowing that I was determined and that I wasn't going to let her down. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, there's no way I could have said that without crying, so sorry about that. But it's been amazing, it's been great, and you know, I'll just kind of finish with this. I know I've been up here a long time, but I just thought that was real important that got out there. And I get a little emotional when talking about my family, so I'm gonna move on. So, you know, I'll finish with this. You know, over the past 30 baseball seasons, I haven't scored one run. I haven't stolen one base. I haven't struck anybody out. I haven't fielded a ground ball or caught a fly ball. And there's a reason I'm standing up here tonight, and that's who I really want to thank the most, and that's the players. because it's all about the players, the good people that we brought in here that got better, that worked hard, and the players do it. We just try to put them in order, help them out, motivate them, kick them in the rear sometimes, whatever we got to do. But it's all about the players, and I just want to thank the players from the bottom of my heart. And hey, go Hogs! Thank you.
I think one fitting thing to do before we all leave for the night, if you just said go Hogs, we got to call those Hogs too. So everybody, let's get it going. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Big Suey! Big Suey! Big Suey! Razorbacks! Thank you for coming